Hey guys, welcome to the channel. We are going to read some more letters addressed to Mr. Christopher Watts. And they're not all love letters. This one isn't. It doesn't mention really, it doesn't indicate in here to me that this person is necessarily looking for love. Maybe they're lonely and I don't know. Anyways, let's get to it. September 21st, 2018, and it's from a Daniel. Mr. Watts, maybe you're wondering why you'd be getting mail from Harrisonburg, Pennsylvania. I heard about you on CNN's Headline News, where I get a lot of current events. I wanted to start by assuring you that this is not hate mail, although your life as a free man is probably over. I just wanted to let you know some of us are attempting to understand what happened without hate or yet another moral of the story. All kinds of speculation floated around, not just on headline news, but on other social media news sources. Domestic fighting, financial problems escalating, maybe a boyfriend. I would go so far judgmentally to express committing a murder is absolutely inconceivable to me. Wait until we get a little bit further, because that's just strange they say that there. I would share with you, I wanted to kill my stepfather. For a split second, I was almost ready. I injured him, was charged, and avoided him. Since he had provoked me into fighting, he asked the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania to drop the charges. My record was cleared. I'm completely estranged from him and am no longer aware of if he is alive or dead. He had already been on his way to eating and drinking himself to death. My mother, may she forever rest in peace, was almost unconditionally loving. I never pushed to find out how much she could take, as well as strict yet not overly protective. Raising a hand in anger to a woman, well, you just didn't. Not even if she was wrong from the beginning. I am bisexual without the heart on the sleeve or the rainbow wardrobe. This next line is a sketch. I don't understand it. It's either the love or the Lord. So I'm going to go with Lord. The Lord job market distinguishes me. And so if passing time writing letters would keep you from entertaining ideas of taking your own life, I will make time for you. I understand that any correspondence to or from can be inspected and read. I do not have a problem with that. Daniel. Interesting. Weird. And this is from, I don't know, somebody in Arizona. I can't, it's in cursive, so it's hard to read the last. It starts on R, I think. Okay. You're probably wondering why, but it's sideways, so it's hard to read. Please give to Christopher Watts. I hope the story of the feathers can comfort him. Okay. I guess these were the feathers. Please consider giving Chris Watts the enclosed white feathers. To me, they represent Shanann, Bella, Cece, and Nico. The story is in the letters, Thanks, Dorothy. I can't pronounce the last name. Still be Arizona. All right, September 1st, 2018. Okay. Dear Chris, it has been 2 weeks since the demise of your beautiful family. I have watched the videos Shanann put on the internet defining your look for each other and your sweet Bella and Cece. Your families and friends are not the only people who feel such incredible sadness. I can't get the loss out of my mind. Many are suffering for more than me. From more than me? It is difficult to believe this could even have happened. I wanted to believe you to feel lost, lonely, and have regrets. Chris, there is no way you can change what you did. However, I encourage you to take full responsibility since you confessed to your family. If you can ask your families for forgiveness, it would be a step forward. I am certain you do not even understand what your thinking was. I've read about personality defects such as sociopath and psychopath. It is difficult for professionals to diagnose. Please forgive me. This is very hard to read. I am not saying they were I don't know what that word is. They were the caring a family member has borderline personality disorder, which affects her moods. So he must be talking about Shanann. And logical decision making. In all disorders, there is, sorry about that. There is I don't know what that word is. And the cause in eversion, mental or genetic, whatever your counselor or doctor thinks could have caused you to act in rage, please try to read as much as you can on it. Becoming informed will help you understand your actions better. I think something said she was obsessive compulsive. Oh, Shanann. Sorry, I couldn't read the handwriting. I think Shanann said she was obsessive compulsive, and I am too, but less as I get older. Chris, there has been some discussion that you had turmoil over your sexual orientation. I don't know if that is true, and a nurse for 40 years, I've been exposed to people with mental illness, drug and alcohol abuse, transgender people, gays, lesbian, and more. Fortunately, society is becoming more, I'm going to say open, more, I don't know what that word is, guys, understanding of all human, but we have a long ways to go. I know the turmoil the LGBT people live with. Years ago, I invited a young doctor over to our house. Years ago, I invited a young doctor over to our house for dinner. I told him he could bring his girlfriend and any friend. He pretended he had a girlfriend, but she was out of town. Then the day before the dinner, he sought me out. His face was pale. He was here, but wanted me to know he was gay and would bring his boyfriend. He had never told anyone. I was the first. He was in his 30s. My prayer had always been that he can meet a life partner. I am sorry if you never felt strong enough to share your frustrations about self. Share your questions about self. I do think a different and better decision could have been made, even if you and Shanann separated. Your family could have continued, just not under the same roof. I have friends who married, had children, and then realized they loved someone of the same sex. It can continue with love, but under a different roof. If this is an issue, I hope you can find someone to bona fide in is a mother. I don't know. I am sure your mother would still love you for you. Really. Chris, I encourage you to keep a journal. Oh boy. Write your thoughts and feelings. This guy never stops. Or girl. Even if your girls are gone, I am sure you'll find moments you I bet you guys just love me reading this, right? Moments you something to and to share your feelings with them. As sad as the event was, in my heart, I believe Shanann, Bella, and Cece have forgiven you. I beg to differ. I lost my husband, a geologist, 10 years ago to colon cancer. Sorry. I miss him terribly. Like Shanann, he loved life and was very positive. He was the soul of our family. He wanted to leave this earth with a clear mind, and he did. My family moved to Colorado in 1983. Our children finished high school and college there. My husband loved his exploration work in the Colorado mountains. He loved his work so much he felt guilty being paid for having fun. My son, an engineer, and still loves Colorado. He'll be 50 at his next birthday and keep very active. Mountain climbing, snowboarding, has done helicopter skiing, plays league, hockey, baseball, football, volleyball year round. My daughter lives in Arizona, Tucson, Arizona, and visits occasionally. She has many health problems. I myself just turned 72. Life goes fast. I retired in 2011 and was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2012. I'm in my 7th year of remission. I feel blessed. 3 years ago, I fought hard. I found home in the desert. I love nature and having visits from, no clue, reptiles, coyotes, and wild pigs. Chris, for 3 years since, OMG, still going. Moving here, I love feeding the birds. I also search for bird feathers every day. One day I discovered a tiny feather with a tiny heart on it. I have never found another. I really felt my husband had flown from heaven and put it so I could find it. That I believe in. I gave it to my daughter in a pendant. Last week, days after hearing of the loss of Shanann, Cece, Bella found a pure white feather. It was the first I'd ever found. The next day, I found 2 more. And that reminded me of Cece's short pigtails. So cute. I was like a spiritual experience. I smile at them and tell me Shanann, Bella, and Cece flew over my house en route to heaven. They each dropped an angel wing feather. I treasure them. I want to send them to you. I hope you will feel their souls in them and can keep them close to you. I have not found any more white feathers since. Oh, I discovered online that your letter is oh, your Dieter is living with Frankie. Frankie posted pictures on Facebook. Frankie posted how angry he is about losing his family. He's also wrote for people not to be disrespectful to your family. He said they are hurting too, and they are family. Chris, I have no idea if you can receive this letter. If you do get it and want to just talk, I'll be happy to send some encouragement. I know you have difficult days ahead, but keep your faith. My father and believing I'll see my loved ones again. Keep going. As Shanann said, no one is promised tomorrow. I have to keep that in my mind. Sincerely, Dorothy. I do believe in the feather thing. However, I'm not sure that the feathers she found would represent them. Maybe they do. Who am I to judge that? I don't know. Arizona. So, those are 2 letters. And the next one that I do, I'm going to go ahead and show you the one that I think is Nicole. All right? Like, share, subscribe, or don't. See you guys later. Bye.